Jade, you touched earlier on going away on warm weather training camps. Could you potentially just give a bit of a more detailed insight in terms of what the actual benefits are to going on such camps?
Well, this year I went to Australia from mid-January to March. I came back for 4 weeks, and then I flew to California for 4 weeks or 3 weeks, and then there was a kind of like a week travelling-y bits, and I went from California to New York, then New York down to Jamaica for a competition, back up to New York, and then home, and then did the kind of European circuit of a couple of trips to Portugal, Germany. I think there was maybe a Sweden in there or something. So there's been various trips. Those trips are not holidays. They're expensive. I don't always pay everything for them. So my Germany trip was paid for, but I paid for my Australia trip. That's expensive, but worthwhile. I felt it was very important in my lead up to what I thought was going to be my lead up to Beijing and trying to get there. Training with Danny Samuels, who was the 2009 world champion, it was very, very important for me to see what she's doing, see how far I am off of that, or how close I am to that, see what her setup is like, and see if that's something that I can learn from and put into my current situation, my support network. So it's kind of justifying, I guess. It's not a case of, oh, it's cold here, I need to go away and I need to go in Spain for a couple of weeks to get in some training. You actually do need to justify. You do actually, if you're going to go away, make it worthwhile. What are you going there for? What are you planning on getting out of it? It's probably a good idea to try and plan that before you go, so you don't go there and hope that something is going to inspire you and make you a better athlete because of it. And also, you definitely don't go away to cheer your mood up. Those things happen, but you should be going there to gain something, and maybe some testing or something like that out there where you can do it in good conditions. So that would be a truer reflection of where your training so far has put you. California was a place where I was going to open up my season and hopefully hit those Beijing standards and the Rio standards. I go to California because the weather is generally good, the facilities are what I need, and it's not what I've got access to around here. The environment is perfect. I'm with some British athletes, but mostly some Swedish and some other European athletes out there, and the environment, the training environment and the atmosphere is just perfect. It's so good. Also from a discus perspective, the winds are usually very good, so they're favourable conditions. So I fly to California and not to Florida because the winds are better. It's also more expensive, but it's worthwhile. That's why I would go there. Portugal, not as far. I don't need to go as far during the season because I've got to compete in a few days, or I've got to get back for work because of all of that time off. Not only am I paying for that time off, but I'm also not earning during that time, so I can't keep affording to go away for long blocks. So Portugal, good weather. It's not too far, so acclimatising and time zone differences are not so bad to get over jet lag and things like that. But you go there for short term because you're going to go and compete. The conditions are good, the competition's good. And you can get something out of that. So yeah, it's not a case of going to find the sun. It's going there, seeing what you can get out of it, and if it suits you it's better to be based here, then there's no harm in that. And stay here and save your money for when it is maybe a bit more worthwhile to go away.